Hi guys, thank you for your interest. I'm really glad to see such an overwhelming response from you guys for the HR internship. I'm so excited to onboard you all for this role. Okay, before I do that, let me give you a brief of the role. Also, I'll give you a brief of what Zigsaw is. In simple terms, Zigsaw is a recruitment firm. We help companies hire. So whenever a company has a hiring requirement, they will reach out to us and they will tell us that, hey Zigsaw, can you help us fulfill this requirement? For example, Uber is our client. So let's say whenever Uber has a requirement, they'll reach out to us and they'll tell us, hey, we are hiring for a PHP developer in Bangalore. Can you help us fulfill this position? This position would come to Zigsaw, which is allotted to recruiters at Zigsaw. Since you'll be joining as a recruitment intern, the objective of this role would be to close client positions, as many as you can during the internship, right? And we have a lot of clients, thankfully we are bursting with a lot of positions, and a lot of positions will be allotted to you. Your role objective would be to close as many positions as you can during the internship. Okay, so I'll help you understand how you'll be doing that. So I would like to, once you've received the requirement, I would like to think of recruitment as a 3-step process. Step number 1 is going to be sourcing resumes from multiple channels. So how do we do sourcing? We have access to a lot of resources. So we have a premium access to Naukri, we have access to Shine, we are going to use LinkedIn, we are going to leverage our own internal database, we are going to leverage social media, we are going to use references and a lot of different things. But the objective of step 1 is going to be sourcing maximum resumes for this position, right? Step number 2 is going to be screening those resumes. So let's say when you're hiring for a PHP developer that requires 2+ years of experience, you might have a lot of applications that have less than 2 years of experience. So as a recruiter, it becomes your responsibility to reject the ones that are not qualified for this role. For example, if you were hiring for a PHP developer with 2 years of experience, somebody who has 1 year of experience is not relevant for this job. Let's say, whenever we get a position, we have a maximum budget for that role. So let's say if for a specific position, the maximum budget is 6 lakhs per annum, 6 LPA. If somebody is expecting 8 LPA or 10 LPA, he's definitely not a good fit for this role. So you need to reject such applications as well, right? If a job is in Bangalore, the job seeker should of course be comfortable working in Bangalore if permanent work from home is not an option, right? So as a recruiter, you need to screen any application based on these 3 criteria primarily. First is qualification. Does the candidate have the required qualification? Second, does the candidate fit in the client budget that is there? And point number 3, are they comfortable with the location? Right? So you're going to use these 3 criteria. Again, I'll repeat them for you. Do they have the required qualification? Do they fit in the budget that we have? And third, are they comfortable with the job location? If they fit in this criteria, you are going to screen them as yes, okay, can be shared with client. If not, you are going to reject them. Okay, you'll of course do it on the basis of having a look at their resume, plus also doing a telephonic conversation with them. Now, why is telephonic conversation important? Because you need to validate everything that is written on their resume, right? And you also need some other basic details which are not generally mentioned in resume, like what is your current salary, what is your expected salary, what is the notice period and stuff like that, right? So everything could be clubbed into screening resumes. We are shortlisting and we are rejecting applications based on the job requirement that we have, right? On the basis of having a look at their resume plus doing a personal telephonic call with them. Okay, step number 3 is going to be, after you have found out who all the relevant resumes are, you need to share those resumes with the client, right? This is step 3, and facilitating the overall recruitment process. So sometimes the client might need some support with interview scheduling and everything. And so you will directly be in touch with the client and you'll be supporting them, facilitating the overall process. I'll just repeat it once again for you. Step number 1 is sourcing resumes from multiple channels. Step number 2 is screening resumes based on the criteria that you have, not just on the basis of resume, but also on the basis of a personal telephonic interview. Step number 3 is going to be sharing the relevant resumes that you found and facilitating the overall recruitment process. These would be the 3 steps of recruitment. Okay. Right. So, this pretty much sums up the role. This is what you would be doing. About the selection process, after watching this video, I would share 3 links with you. I would want you to go through these 3 links. Once you go through these 3 links, you will have a better understanding of the role. Now, these 3 links would include, the first link would be a recruitment process overview. This link includes details like from what all channels do we source, what do we do if a job seeker is not responding to us, how often do we follow from the employers. If we are reaching out to somebody on WhatsApp, what is the standard message that we are going to use? If we are approaching somebody on LinkedIn, what is the standard message that we are going to use? So the first link will include details of the internal recruitment process that we follow. If you go through it thoroughly, you will understand recruitment in a much better way. The second link is going to be a call flow process. So I am assuming that most of you have not done recruitment earlier or have not taken telephonic interviews as of now. The second step, just a second. The second step would give you a holistic view of how to talk to job seekers. It will include details such as how do you start a conversation with them, what all do you ask them in the interview, what are some questions that they can pose to you and how you're supposed to respond to them. It will include different scenarios and how you need to respond to them. This is included in the second link. In the third link, you will see that, so we have our own internal ATS that we have built. ATS is application tracking system. Everything that you do has to be reported on the portal. Starting from if you have reached out to somebody on WhatsApp, that needs to be there on the portal. If you have called someone, that needs to be there on the portal. Anything and everything that you do, even sharing resumes with the client happens via our portal. So the third link will give you a hands-on experience on how to use Zigsaw.in. Right? So together these 3 links will give you a very comprehensive understanding of what recruitment is in general, how does it happen at Zigsaw, and what does a typical call flow look like, and how to make entries to the portal. Together these 3 links, like I said, will give you a very comprehensive view of what your job role is going to be and what you will be doing during the internship. I would want you to go through these 3 links. These 3 links would be shared with you. I'll just ping on a particular number. I'm going to share a number with you at the end of this video. Just these 3 links will be shared with you. Just go through these 3 links and then there will be a Google Meet interview that would be conducted. Okay, that link will also be shared with you and tentative panel availability. So after you have gone through these 3 links, you need to join that meet and do a formal interview with us. That again would not be a formal interview, but we are going to figure out, are you really interested in this role or not? Right, we have our, so if you have gone through the 3 links thoroughly, you will be in a much better position for the discussion that we are planning. And I hope I was able to explain the role in a simple language. I hope I was able to share any details that are there. If you have any doubt, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be happy to help you in any way that I can. And yes, look forward to onboarding you. Thank you.